Welcome to another tutorial. People have been asking me to talk about my mods and UI for healing. In this tutorial, I will show you my user interface and a few of the mods I use to heal both PvE and PvP. First, let's take a look at PvE. This is Heroic Ultraxian. And basically my job here is just to spam AoE heal the raid. So here, I use Blizzard raid frames to select my target and spam my keybound AoE heal, Holy Radiance. Now, let's take a look at how I set these up. Go to the game menu, click on Interface. In the interface, select Raid Profiles. Take a look at these settings. What's important here is display class colors. Make sure this is selected so that each class gets its own color. If you want to separate the main tank and assists, this is really helpful in 25-man to separate the main tank from the rest of the group. Show debuffs, important for cleansing. To get it just right, play around with these settings when you're in raid. Alright, let's take a look at my action bars. So, looking at my action bars, I'm using Dominoes. Dominoes is a really good action bar and key binding mod. It allows me to customize my action bar and easily assign keybinds and abilities. Basically, everything on Dominoes is drag and drop. So you can see, and each action bar can be resized. Also, makes it really easy to bind keys. So here you can see that Dominoes has binding mode, allows you to keybind any of your abilities to your mouse or keyboard. Of course, keybinds are really important for both PvE and PvP. Alright, just looking at my layout, let's take a look at some of the other add-ons that we see here. I have Omen. I do like to see the threat table. I can see who's going to need salvation looking at the threat table, and just to make sure that I don't have too much threat. Okay, Recount is a really important mod. For raid healing, Recount gives you a lot of feedback about your effective heals, and is also going to be a useful tool to help you optimize your spec. Alright, up here you see, of course, you run deadly boss mods so that you can get raid warnings. I have my deadly boss mods set up like this here on the side so I can keep track of the cast bars. I don't use Healbot. Some people like to use Healbot. I'm not going to show you that here. You actually don't need Healbot. There's many endgame healers that are not using Healbot. Using keybinds and Blizzard raid frames, you can essentially do the same thing. So it's really just your preference. My best advice, I think, is to learn how to heal without depending on mods. Because if you can heal without mods, you can become a really good healer. And mods are only going to enhance your ability to heal more effectively. Alright, let's take a look at some PvP. In this arena, we face a Lock, Holy Pally, and Frost DK. The Pally decided to use his Hodge and pop wings. I Hodged him, forced a bubble.
I just on DK, popping cooldowns on DK.
And we continue putting pressure on the DK. I can see the Pally's getting off a lot of casts, so I'm going to sit on him and rebuke him to interrupt his heal.
Throw down on Paladin. Almost shear him now.
I rebuke his cast.
A Strang his next cast. On that, he slash. He's running.
And we follow up with a Strang. And it's too much for the healer, the DK dies. For arena, it's pretty simple. I'm using Gladius, which lets me see the enemy unit frames. Right away when the gates open, you can see who your target is. And it gives you some other information as well, like their cast bar, mana bar. It announces when they use their trinkets, cooldowns, auras, etc.
I'm gonna throw him down. Yeah.
I'll Hodge him.
No mage.
Watch out, Psynaps.
Yeah,
I'll give you last stand.
Alright, let's take a look at Battlegrounds or rated Battlegrounds. You need a mod called Battleground Targets. And this mod shows you how many players there are, what their class is, what their spec is, and before the gates even open, you can see exactly who the healer is, who the flag carrier is, and what the DPS lineup looks like. To set up this mod, you just check these parameters. This is a really important mod for focusing targets. It allows you to easily identify and focus a healer or a flag carrier or whatever. So this is an essential mod for rated Battlegrounds. Thanks for watching this tutorial. If you like this video and you like the channel, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Have fun.